Day 2 in Houston. We are...
Is it only day 2?
Yeah. We got that infusion announcement that we got late last night turned into we're also going to talk to your doctor. So we weren't prepared for this exactly. We were prepared to have a week of nail biting and waiting for the conversation with the doctor. But instead, we are here in the underground parking lot of the Maze Clinic at MD Anderson, and we are beside ourselves. Though we haven't gotten any news yet, we're trying to trust in God's faithfulness. We're trying to put our rest in Him. We're trying to not be anxious and overwhelmed and worried and everything. And we're struggling with that big time. I'm trying to keep it in my mind that He's still a good Father, and He's going to pull us through no matter what. We just don't want to know what those scans have in them. We don't want to turn the page in the next page of His story. We just don't want to. And I don't know. We've been sitting here for about an hour and a half. Honestly, been sitting in this car for an hour and a half. Just waiting.
Avoiding going in.
Yeah. While we did everything, we prayed, but we've also been sitting here. I've been scrolling through Facebook while she's been putting on makeup.
And picking out colored pencils.
For her devotional. She does her devotionals in colored pencils.
Only the journals from the Daily Grace Co. I love them.
Totally not a plug.
I wish it was. I love them. Like, their devotionals are amazing.
So.
And they're really pretty, which is why I use the colored pencils, because they have like different pictures throughout. They're just like really calming. Like the one that we're about to do today that I was picking out the colored pencils for is like a street picture of like what looks like a little small village in Italy. And so there's lots of flowers and like busy people and tall pink buildings. And it's just really pretty.
Here we are still being distracted by things rather than sharing the story.
It's like a punch in the gut sometimes. It's like, I know that God wants us to share this story. I don't doubt that. And I know that. And it gets really hard to tell the story and to let people in. And the whole reason that I said, alright, we're gonna vlog, is because I knew that He was calling me to share the story. And I thought that vlogging it in video was going to be the easiest way for me to do it. Because before this, I would basically try to write out one long big caption every so often for every treatment or every week, and I hate writing. I despise writing. I don't like social media either, and I'm not very good at articulating what I want to say, period, let alone if I have to write it down. And so it got to the point where I was never sharing. And so that was when, between Darren and one of my friends, one of my friends said, why not do a vlog, like do the video, and that way you You can ramble if you need to. You can stumble over your words. Like, don't reshoot it. Don't be perfect. Just be real and, show what you're going through. And even with that, she gave me the idea, and I'm like, yeah, I think that could work. In my perfectionism, I was like, all right, so we're gonna piece everything together, and we're gonna do all this extra work. And Darren's like, no, literally just post the video. And I'm like, what? and I mean, we still do some work, just because I post on YouTube and on Instagram, and Instagram only allows 15-minute videos, and so we do have to cut out just like bloopers and stuff like that. But everything else, like, we keep. That's why in some of the videos, if the video clips we take are shorter, then you might see 17 things that we do. But if they're longer, where we're explaining health stuff or something has happened, you might only get one video of us just talking the straight way through, because we have that 15-minute limit that, we're hitting there. I thought it was going to be easier to do it this way. I thought it was going to be easier to vlog. And I have found that it's not about the medium in which I do it, because it's hard no matter what. One of the reasons I was so enthusiastic to say yes to God when he said share the story was because I have a tendency to want to do it all by myself. I have a tendency to be extremely independent, push people away, and just be in my own little bubble. And sometimes just pretend that life isn't even happening. Just pretend that everything's fine, ignore the bad. And I knew that I couldn't do that with something as big as cancer. But that tendency was still there. And so when God called me to share the story, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it, and I'm not just going to, share just, bits and pieces. I'm going to go all in, because if I know that there are people who are supporting me in this journey and following along with me, I'm going to do it, because, people are waiting. But we're sitting here in this parking lot, not knowing what we're about to walk into. Hurting. Physically, emotionally, mentally. Just tired and it all seems like a cruel joke to have to be going through all of this. And then, but wait, you have to video it. And I'm not in a good mood right now. I'm not in a good mindset. You ask me tomorrow, or you ask me after I've done my devotional today, and I'll probably have a completely different perspective. And I know that I do enjoy doing these videos, and I do enjoy connecting with all of you, and I am so grateful for all the support. I really am. But having to step out of your comfort zone, and not only just force yourself to walk through pain, because it's your life and it's what you're going through, but to purposely, authentically, deeply let people into that. Because you believe that, you hope that at least one person will be changed. At least one person will be inspired. Maybe you can encourage just one other person. Maybe you make this easier on just one other person who has to go through something similar. And so it becomes less about yourself and more about able to walk with other people who are suffering in various forms, whether it be a physical, an emotional, mental, cancer diagnosis, whatever it may be, that being real and being authentic and showing the good and the bad would give them hope and encouragement to keep going even when things get tough. And so that's why I keep doing the videos, because if just one person receives that from these, then it's worth it, and I'm glad that I did them. But that doesn't change that they're really hard to do. It doesn't change that I still want to run and hide. And so, yeah, it's a lot right now. And then to go through everything and have to get on here afterwards, or during, and repeat it all, because that's what I committed to, and because I want to follow through on my word, and because my Lord told me to, and I want to obey. You know, my words and how I'm saying this, it sounds like somebody's holding a gun to my head. I'm being forced to do this, and I'm not. It's a conviction of mine that I know I have to do the hard thing. But no matter how many times I do it, it doesn't stop it from being hard. And right now, it's just hard to continue to share the way that we do. And we haven't even done any tests or found out any information. We're literally just sitting in the car, emotional and tired, and
T-minus 28 minutes until the appointment.
And that's it. Like, it's not like we're doing anything big or significant. But it's still hard to be real and to face it head on. So if you were one of those people struggling, whether it be in your physical body, whether it be spiritual, emotional, mental, I see you. I'm struggling too, and we'll just take it one step at a time and believe that in the end, it all works out for the best. And through it all, believes that God still has us, and that His hand is holding us, and that through Him we can get through this. Through Him we can get through this, and we'll come out on the other side. Maybe a little bit changed, probably, likely, a little bit changed.
A little bit.
But let's make sure that it's a change for the better, and not let the struggles that we're currently faced with in this season turn us bitter for the rest of our lives. Shut us down from connecting with people and being real with people. Let's not let this season define who we are or what we can do. my makeup is running all over the place. Most of it's not even on anymore. I slept with my mouth open all the way from the hospital to the hotel. So I've got this really sore throat. Yeah, it's just been a night. How exactly is our night going, you ask? Well, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. We just got back to the hotel. And now we have a bathtub full of dish soap and dirty clothes. Because when I was trying to throw them away, I went and threw them in our chicken juice pan pile. Yeah, that's how our night's going.